Yeah, so I've been working in the fashion industry for over 10 years now, and I had the chance to start my career working in the luxury sector, which taught me excellence, the respect of resource, time, and craftsmanship. And after having the responsibilities of product development and production, um, at brands like Hermes, Alexander Wang, and Mara Hoffman, I became aware of the impact as well as the opportunities that the fashion industry has on its value chain. So it's really my passion for sustainability and innovation that has led me to devote my career to support fashion companies, integrating sustainability into their products, and defining strategies to facilitate the end-to-end process, and work on purpose-driven projects that accelerate the transition to a more sustainable fashion industry. So through my career, I've had evolve in different professional environments. As I mentioned, from like Hermes, so like top luxury to high-end fashion, but also the startups companies and as well as NGOs. So I've covered a big scope of the industry, and this is how I've gained a multi-role capacity. But my expertise lies in circular and regenerative fashion, supply chain strategy and management through the execution of the best ESG practices. And more specifically, I specialize in innovation, sustainable materials, smart manufacturing processes in compliance with social and environmental regulation. And thanks to my background in product development and production, I have a solid experience, like operational experience in the field. So working closely with mills and factories across the world, as well as designers and other internal cross-functional teams. So I understand various stakeholders' needs and create roadmaps that bring global and strategic visions to enhance capacity building. That's a question that we have pretty often that everyone is eager to hear. But I think that the main thing really is to embed sustainability into the core operation of the business. None of the initiatives or effort will have an actual impact if sustainability is considered as a side project or like a communication strategy. So really like embed sustainability in every single steps and aspect of the business will provide like meaningful and will provide like actual impact. And on another note, because we've reached the Earth Overshoot Day last August 2020, we must look for multifaceted solutions with positive environmental and social impact. So not looking just for one solution that solves one problem, but it's looking for one solution that solves multiple problems,
Yep.
and as well as having a positive impact rather than a break even or just like a neutral impact. If we're looking at a sustainable future, the guideline for that is to like reach the Paris Agreement, the 1.5 degrees. So, but there's other regulations and there is also other like ESG requirements. So for that, brands need real bold and disruptive innovation, and they need to extend their scope of action. Using organic and recyclable materials is unfortunately not enough. And disruptive innovations such as circular, regenerative, carbon sequestration practices have real positive impacts. that like as I said, like are like beneficial rather than just like break even. So I would also say that understand that the climate crisis is also a social crisis, because the social aspect is too often neglected, but it's all very much intertwined. So engaging, educating, and co-create with stakeholders is key. So everybody in the way that sustainability should be embedded in the core business, that means that every single employee in the company have its role and have like and can have an impact. Small or big, like everyone is like working together to make a bigger impact. And it's important also to understand that sustainability is a journey that is done step by step. So start with assessing the ESG issues, and like start finding like what is important for the stakeholders and what is important for the company. So like, and then you can like prioritize the initiatives based on like a common goal. Like in order for everyone to move into the same direction, it's about like finding this common purpose, and then like create this like momentum. So, and then once you've identified that, I think to keep that momentum going is to measure and identify where it has the biggest impact, to measure progress, celebrate little victories, but also like be aware of the externalities. Maybe that's one thing that we haven't, that explain the reason why we are here today is because there's a lot of actions that we thought were maybe positive, but then actually have like an impact that is outside the scope that we haven't like noticed. So it's really important to have like this like holistic approach, and think about like who will be affected and who can like benefit from it. So you can find more information about my work and the different projects that I work on, and also like the services that I provide on my website, which is Sonia Hylling.com. And I also invite everyone to register to the Fashion Conscious campaign, which is a global fashion event in partnership with the United Nations. And so register on Discover the SDGs to have access to all resources regarding sustainable supply chain solutions. It's free and it's available online until April 30th.
Amazing.